Welcome back to Apprentice Marks. In today's video, we're going to be upgrading the workshop. Now, I have got a drill press and a thickness planer, and both of them are kind of heavy, a little bit awkward, and they're sitting stationary right now. They're a pain in the ass to move around. What I want to do today is make a couple of tool stands that sit on some casters that will allow me to pick up, or at least lift up, and easily move these tools around the shop to the place where they're most convenient. So I need to start this project by pulling the plywood sheets out of my handy dandy plywood cart, and I can set them up on sawhorses and cut the strips. It's time to rip some strips of 2x4 that I'm going to use as corner braces. I'm starting by ripping a 1/4 inch off of each side of the 2x4 to get rid of the rounded edge. And I'm going to rip the remainder in half lengthwise so that I end up with two pieces. Those pieces will then be cut down to length and used as corner bracing. I'm affixing the pine pieces 1/2 inch in from the edge of the top and bottom pieces of plywood. The reasoning for this is that I want a space for the sides of the cabinets to sit so that any weight that's pressed down on the top of the cabinet by the tool is going to go through the 1/2 inch plywood that makes up the sides and be transferred to the 3/4 inch plywood that makes up the bottom. Once the sides were affixed to the tool cabinets, I took my router and I ran it around all the exposed edges, rounding them over so they were soft to the touch. And then I flipped the cabinets over and I put casters on the bottom. Now, I've got these casters, each support 90 pounds, which is probably more than enough, I would hope. I mean, the drill press is kind of heavy, but that should be fine. Once the first coat of paint was dry, I gave both stands a sanding down with 220 grit sandpaper, and then applied a second coat. Sanding between the coats helps to knock down the grain that the first coat raised, and that'll make the final finish a whole lot smoother and nicer to touch. After that second coat dried, it was time to mount the machines on top of the stands. I mounted the drill press down with 3/8 inch carriage bolts, and I mounted the thickness planer down with 3/8 inch lag screws. These tool stands provide a great spot for my machines to live, and because of the casters on the bottom, I could still pull the machines out into the middle of the room if I need access to them. That'll be particularly useful for the thickness planer. I've got it put up against the wall right now, but of course I'll have to pull it out whenever I want to use it. Anyway, this is a really simple project. If you're setting up a workshop of your own, you should definitely consider making a couple of stands for your tools. It's great to get them off of the floor and gain back your floor space, especially when you're in a small shop like I am. Thanks very much for checking out the video, and if you want to see what I'm up to between videos, make sure you follow me over on Twitter and Instagram. I'm at Apprentice Marks on both places. Cheers!